Hi guys, welcome to another video on the Porsche 356. This might be the last video on this car. We're not sure yet, but the client's going to take it away. There's a few small bits of metalwork left to do on it. He's going to do those. I'm hoping he's then going to go and get it re-dipped and e-coated. Under the circumstances with this shell, I think that's probably the best thing to do. And then fingers crossed, not sure yet, but I'm hoping that he will ask us to paint it. So we might have a few more videos yet. But yeah, check out the rest of the metalwork we've done on this, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay, so I've just test fitted the frame. I just wanted to see what it gapped up like with the bonnet, with the scuttle and with the wings. It's not too bad. It did take a bit of work this side because the brace that had been welded in previously was holding it in the wrong position. So I was actually holding it too straight. So the bottom of this corner was sort of sticking up here. So I've removed that. I'll make a new one. And then once I'm happy with all of the fitment, I'll weld in a brace each side just to hold it into shape. Alex at ABS Blasting did an emergency blasting session for me. He did the frame, and he did the inside edge of the bonnet, so really appreciate that. That's really helped me get on with this. So yeah, let's crack on with getting this sorted. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is place the frame over the skin of the bonnet and use a hammer and dolly to fold the edge back over to create the seam. I then had to weld up any areas where the seam had split. Well, there we go. That is the bonnet now officially back on the frame and ready to test fit. Okay, so I've got the bonnet on. It's a nice gap across the top of the scuttle. Gap this side's pretty consistent. Gets a bit big here, but there's some grinding and stuff that's happened there in the past. Pretty consistent gap, a little bit big round here on this nose that was replaced at some point. Taking a bit of work to get that gap even down there, but we are now there. I'm happy that I can now cut this front panel off. Well, there is a big overlap on this new front panel to the front wing, and I want to butt join it, so I need to be careful not to cut through both skins. Look at this. Look at all of this crust. Like, hang on, let me get a scraper. Oh, that'll do. Look at that. Look at me, man. Right. I've now got to clean all of this up. You always find a few surprises, I guess. Is it really a surprise? Probably not. But all of this is mullered, so I've got to repair that before we can even think about putting the front panel on. And it looks like there's some rust on this overlap bit here. This side looks all right. But yeah, there we go. Look at that, lovely, right? Let's sort this out. The next job is to clean up all the leftover braze and all of that surface rust and crust and get it ready for welding. So when they fit this front panel, not only have they overlapped it, where they've brazed it on, get that to focus, you can see that kind of that big dip, so they hammer it down on the join and then kind of fill that low point with braze. Kind of like a bit of a valley all the way around. So I've now got to dress that up and then I'll finish cleaning up the braze. Next up, I need to repair this area of rust. It's two panels overlapping, so I need to repair both skins separately and then plug weld them back together. Next up, I need to repair this area, and I assume this happened when they replaced the front panel the first time. Okay, here's the front panel. I've just got to make a repair here. A few little creases to sort out, and then we can look at getting it fitted. Next up are the wing support brackets. These are relatively easy to replace and are only welded in two places. Now I'm happy with the alignment of the front panel, I can use some screws to hold it into position. Then I can use my angle grinder to cut through the wing panel and butt weld the wing panel to the front panel. As I work my way around, every now and again I have to use the hammer and dolly or the flipper just to dress the area up I'm about to weld. Unfortunately, the lower part of this did become a little bit stretched, so I used the carbon pencil to shrink it back again. Next up, I need to spot weld the front panel to the inner panel that we repaired earlier. Right, with all the structural welding complete, I can now take the body off of the chassis jig. Finally, I can complete the last few bits of welding on the underside that I couldn't get to with the body on the chassis jig. What a pretty car this is, absolutely iconic, and I can't believe we've been lucky enough to have one in the workshop. Well, there we go, that's us done on this shelf for now. So yeah, the client's going to take it away, finish off the little bits of welding that need doing, potentially a dry build and e-coat, and fingers crossed it comes back to us for paint. I hope you guys have enjoyed this mini series on this car. If you did, please smash that subscribe button and like, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.